all the hashtags, likes and tweets will
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Hi everybody. So, a quick recap of what I did last time I was online. Okay, first, what we're doing is Sketchfab. Yeah, so Sketchfab is this awesome site that hosts your models and lets you uh, share them on other platforms as well as just showcase them right here. Models can be in any style like anime, non-realistic to really cool photoreal sci-fi kind of stuff. So while that loads, if you're watching this on Twitch, you can chat with me right here at the bottom. Okay, I need to scale this in a different way so that I don't cover it. Yeah, so chat room right here, so we can talk, or at least you can post your questions and I'll answer in video. There's a schedule with everybody's names on it. Yeah, these past few days I couldn't do it, so Curls Curly and Darkman has stepped in. You go to a header, you can see what they look like, their artwork looks like. That's Darkmanaz's usual thing, and that's Curly's Curly. Anyway, so yes. What's happened to my, yeah. Okay, so this model has loaded up. As you can see, it's pretty spectacular, and you can view each model in VR or with other modes, so you can appreciate the model creation process that went into it. So you can study the model and the amount of work the person has put into it. Yeah, Sketchfab also supports animation, like the hair over here is animated. You can do a lot more sophisticated stuff if you like. And we have contests on the site. There's two ongoing contests. One is where you download this Spitfire model and paint it. One is where you use voxels to create farm animals in space. You can click on each one. I'll just show it briefly in case you haven't seen it in my previous streams. Let's check where the due date is. September 4th. That's like this Monday. So this ends soon, so maybe do this. This is a really simple competition. You don't have to do any modeling, just download the model. It's already UV unwrapped. You just have to paint. You can do vertex paint, you can texture it, you can do anything you want. This model's deadline is on 11th, and you get, so you got about a little more than a week to enter this contest. You just need to design a farm animal in voxels. Voxels are 3D pixels, so if you like pixel art, you'll like to do this. I'm going to turn off my music because the internet is really slow right now, and hopefully that should help. And now I'm going to start modeling. So if you've watched my stream previously, most of my sculpting is done in a combination of Blender and Zbrush. Basically what I do is I go to Blender, create a base mesh, a rough model, which I then take to ZBrush and sculpt it. This is actually not my usual workflow. I usually work in low poly mode, but lately I've felt like I needed to up my skill level, so I've been doing some sculpting. So all these were sculpted in ZBrush with models that were started in Blender. From today I'm going to try to do the entire thing in Blender for reasons. The reasons are ZBrush has polygon limits, but no good way to distribute the polygons, so I'm going to try and work with Blender because Blender has a feature that might help me save memory. I'll talk about it at a later time once I got the hang of it. For now I'm a beginner at sculpting in Blender. So just like I used to use a base mesh in ZBrush, I'll be starting with a base mesh in Blender. In some other streams I start the base mesh in stream, but since I'm just doing a head today, I'm just going to open the base mesh and start with it. So this is a very low poly base mesh of a head that I made using the ZBrush head as a reference, but not entirely a copy of it. It's actually quite different. It's based on the proportions I like. So yeah, I'm going to start sculpting on this. Now, so I'm showing you my keys. Thing is, I'm just learning this stuff myself, so you will see me pause the modeling, go to Google something and come back. It's because I'm still learning how to get around sculpting in ZBrush. For example, I actually don't know how to pan or rotate my model with a Wacom tablet, so I'm going to have to Google that right now. Yeah, so what I can do with the mouse is I hold middle click and I can rotate. I have no idea how to do that with a Wacom tablet, so I need to check that. Emulate rebound, how do you do that? Okay, so it appears to be Alt, and I don't know how to pan. Okay. So in case you didn't know, what Dynatopo does, this little thing that I enabled here does is it only adds geometry where needed. So since I've been sculpting this area, geometry got added, but the rest of it stayed in low poly mode. So this is like a hybrid detail model. Okay, my net's really slow tonight. I might need to. Okay, so Blender sculpting seems to be working pretty much on par. The only thing is that I've gotten used to certain settings for the brushes in ZBrush, so I need to just figure out what the equivalent of those are in Blender, and then I should be able to do some good stuff. I'm a bit too sleepy to concentrate on learning this, so I'm going to learn some more during the day and then I'll be back with this model. Those of you interested, I'm currently following this lesson on Blender sculpting, modeling in Blender, digital sculpting tools. It's on cgcookie.com. If you're interested, go take a look. It's very detailed, it starts off very well, and I'm about halfway through. And so that's about it for tonight. Be sure to check Sketchfab, and if you're looking for old streams. They're in this link over here. Twitch doesn't store all the videos forever, but YouTube does, so I've archived all these videos at YouTube. Thank you for joining me. See you tomorrow, maybe.